Hi, my name's Dawn Sprangle, and I am about to give you a look at our Global Connections River Valley Civilization newspaper project. Right now I am logged into the class's Blackboard website, and I clicked on projects. Once you click on projects, you'll find a folder with all of our projects in there, and I'm currently in the River Valley Civilization newspaper project. In this folder, you'll find our handout and rubric, the original template for the River Valley newspaper, library resources, and then student examples. In the newspaper handout and rubric, we handed this to students when we first assigned the project. It gives you just the overview, so it tells you how many points it is. We asked students to pick one of these civilizations, so they already should have one done. And we also divided the project. So whether your child is in a group of 2 or a group of 3, we divided it so that the sources and responsibility are shared equally. So one of the important things is to ask them to do that. Throughout the rest of the packet, you will find information that has what they should be doing in each different section. In addition, there are directions. One page of directions that says how you could do the different things like sharing a site, editing different parts of a Google site. There's a checklist, and I have some screenshots in there as well. And most importantly, at the end, we have the rubric so that you could see the points breakdown. Going back to this main part of the project is that there is a website that the librarians have created for this project that has a bunch of information and tools that they can go on. There are Google resources, there are resources with various databases that our students have access to, and Google sites as well. So from here, there are examples too. These examples are from when we did paper copies using Publisher. However, the content is still the same, so the format might be a little different, but it would be a good place to go see some examples if you are stuck and just need some ideas. At the end, students have to post their newspaper to one of the discussion boards so that we can grade it. So all they're going to do is create a thread. When they go in there and they create the thread, it will allow them to be able to post a link to their site for that. But I'm going to take you to Google Sites right now, and I'm going to sign in. So students are going to have to sign in with their @csd99.org. Going to Google Sites is not in Google Docs, so it's sites.google.com. I have a lot of newspapers listed right now on my screen. I'm going to show you the original one. The students are going to go to theirs, and it should already be appearing in their Google Sites thing. You cannot access this through Google Drive or Google Docs. On each page, we have given them cues as to what they need to put into. So on the home and cover page, we tell them to change it to a newspaper title. They have to give it an ancient date, so something something BC. We want their names and period number, and then a picture. To do this, when you just edit a page, they go in and edit. It's the little button, and they type it most like everything else that they would, similar to a Google Doc. When they're done with this information, they could just go ahead and delete it. They also have to hit save when they are done. They need to find an ancient map that highlights the major geographical features, rivers, oceans, and mountains. Highly suggest that students complete this project using Google Chrome because it is easier to import pictures using Google Chrome than it is Internet Explorer. There are 2 editorials that they have to do. One of the editorials has to be on the topic of technology. We have encouraged students to consider using Melcon for these, just for that layout. But for technology, they're going to pick a piece of technology that was invented during that time, and they're going to talk about the impact. So there was farming equipment that was being invented during this time, which led to the surplus of crops. So a good example is that they could pick a farmer, write it from their perspective, give the farmer a fictitious name, and that would be good. Editorial 2, they have a choice on topics. So it's women's rights, government, social equality or inequality, economic practices, unique cultural practices. This might be a good one to look up leaders, emperors during this time. For if you were to look at like Confucius would have a lot to do and a lot of good things to maybe say on some of these things. If you were doing China or one of the Chinese emperors, that would be a good thing to do. For the news article, you are the topic is on religion. So they are going to pick one of the religions that are found in their civilization and write about it. They need to have one in-text citation. And again, we do definitely encourage Melcon for this one, because since they have to have the citations, Melcon sets them up nicely for that. There is a weather forecast page. So they need to create a 5-day forecast for their civilization. We suggest that they go to a weather website like weatherchannel.com and find a forecast for their civilization. Now, a civilization like Mesopotamia, if you look up Mesopotamia, you're not going to find the correct Mesopotamia. So they're going to have to look for that modern city like Iraq, or that modern country Iraq, and then find a modern city in there. They're going to put the temperatures in here and then put some clip art in so that they could just show the 5-day forecast. So this is just the overview of the Ancient River Valley newspaper civilization. I hope this has helped your understanding. Thank you.